Let me start with a question. Why do heart attacks, strokes, and sudden deaths happen more often at night or early morning when you're supposedly resting? Here's the truth most people don't realize. Your body does its deepest healing while you sleep, but only if it has the right raw materials. And one of the most critical, yet most ignored, is a simple amino acid. Tonight, I want to talk about the Phe1 amino acid your body needs at night to repair, detox, and heal itself, and why missing it silently accelerates aging, inflammation, and disease. That amino acid is glycine. At night, your body enters a completely different biological state, and most people have no idea how powerful this window really is. During the day, your body is focused on survival, managing stress hormones, digesting food, responding to inflammation, and keeping blood sugar stable. But once you fall asleep, especially during deep sleep, the body switches from performance mode to repair mode. Heart rate slows, blood pressure drops, and the nervous system shifts toward parasympathetic dominance, the state where healing actually happens. This is not accidental. This is how human biology is designed. During this nighttime phase, cells begin repairing microscopic damage that accumulated throughout the day. DNA repair mechanisms activate, damaged proteins are recycled, and tissues begin rebuilding themselves. The brain opens its lymphatic system, flushing out metabolic waste that, if allowed to accumulate, contributes to cognitive decline and neurodegenerative disease. This is why chronic sleep deprivation is now linked to Alzheimer's, heart disease, and metabolic dysfunction. The body is trying to heal, but it's being denied the opportunity. Here's the part most people miss. Repair is an active process, not a passive one. Healing requires raw materials. If the body doesn't have what it needs, nighttime repair becomes incomplete. Inflammation lingers, insulin resistance worsens, and oxidative stress continues damaging cells even while you sleep. This is why two people can sleep the same number of hours, yet one heals and the other deteriorates. The difference isn't just sleep duration, it's whether the body has the biochemical tools required to repair itself. As we age, this nighttime repair window becomes even more critical. Growth hormone secretion peaks during deep sleep, supporting tissue regeneration and fat metabolism. But without proper metabolic support, this natural advantage is wasted. If healing at night were automatic, chronic disease wouldn't rise with age. The truth is simple but uncomfortable. Your body wants to heal every night. The real question is whether you're giving it the chance to do so. Connects to 300 arts edidi nyhida gsa and cookil simo artis domentio boca my artis and make edima professional channel and a garande case einchase. Glycine is one of the simplest amino acids in the human body, yet its impact on healing is anything but simple. It quietly participates in some of the most fundamental repair processes that keep cells alive and functional. Structurally, glycine is a major building block of collagen, the protein that holds your skin, blood vessels, joints, and connective tissue together. When glycine availability is low, collagen synthesis weakens, and tissues lose their resilience. This is one of the reasons healing slows down, wrinkles deepen, and joint stiffness increases with age. Beyond structure, glycine plays a critical role in cellular stability. Every cell in your body must constantly repair damaged proteins caused by oxidative stress, blood sugar spikes, and inflammation. Glycine supports this repair by stabilizing proteins and allowing damaged components to be broken down and rebuilt efficiently. Without it, cells remain in a low-grade state of dysfunction, which quietly accelerates aging long before symptoms appear. There is also a powerful calming effect that glycine has on the nervous system. It acts as an inhibitory neurotransmitter, helping quiet excessive neural firing. This matters because a nervous system stuck in overdrive cannot heal. When stress signals dominate, inflammation rises and repair shuts down. Glycine helps restore balance, allowing the body to shift into a state where regeneration becomes possible. This is why people with chronic stress, anxiety, or poor sleep often show signs of faster biological aging. Perhaps most importantly, glycine is essential for producing glutathione, the body's master antioxidant. Glutathione neutralizes free radicals and protects mitochondria, the energy centers of your cells. Without adequate glycine, glutathione levels drop, leaving cells vulnerable to damage even during rest. This is not a minor deficiency, it is a silent bottleneck that limits the body's ability to heal, detoxify, and protect itself night after night. Hian 3 on 300 wards and on 80 INGS and KNTL Seomor Stomatio Ikamordis Amamadi Ikakimarbrafas Ionake and 80 Hokias. Sleep is not a passive state. It is a precisely regulated biological process, and glycine plays a subtle but powerful role in making that process restorative rather than superficial. One of the key signals the brain uses to initiate deep sleep is a slight drop in core body temperature. Glycine supports this thermoregulatory shift by improving peripheral blood flow, allowing excess heat to dissipate. When this temperature reduction occurs naturally, the brain receives a clear message that conditions are safe for deep, uninterrupted sleep to begin. Deep sleep is where the real work happens. During this phase, growth hormone secretion rises, driving tissue repair, muscle regeneration, and metabolic recovery. At the same time, insulin sensitivity improves, allowing cells to respond more efficiently to glucose the following day. When deep sleep is shortened or fragmented, these benefits are lost, and the body remains in a low-level stress state even after a full night in bed. This explains why so many people wake up tired despite sleeping for hours. The quality of sleep matters far more than the clock. Glycine also influences brain chemistry in a way that promotes mental calm without sedation. It reduces excessive neural signaling, particularly in stress-related pathways, helping the brain disengage from constant alertness. This is especially important in modern life where artificial light, late meals, and chronic stress keep the nervous system activated well into the night. When the brain cannot slow down, the body cannot repair. As sleep quality improves, downstream effects become noticeable. Blood pressure trends lower at night, inflammatory markers decrease, and the brain's waste-clearing systems become more efficient. Over time, this nightly restoration compounds, supporting cardiovascular health, cognitive clarity, and metabolic balance. What appears to be a simple amino acid is in reality a quiet regulator of the body's most powerful healing state, the deep sleep that determines how well you age. Xpenk.4 300 words a don't add my adnh and kafiosilmon o ards domentuocords and mek it more per fsnid and add okay scientists. Every night your body enters its most intensive detoxification phase, and the liver becomes the command center of this process. What determines whether this detoxification is efficient or incomplete comes down to one critical molecule, glutathione. Glutathione is often called the body's master antioxidant. Not as a marketing phrase, but because it directly neutralizes free radicals, repairs oxidative damage, and protects mitochondria from breakdown. Without sufficient glutathione, the body is left exposed even while you sleep. Here is the part that is frequently overlooked. Glutathione cannot be made without glycine. You can have adequate vitamins, minerals, and even other amino acids, but if glycine is limited, glutathione production slows. This creates a bottleneck in cellular defense. Toxins, oxidative byproducts, and inflammatory molecules accumulate instead of being cleared. Over time, this silent buildup damages blood vessels, accelerates insulin resistance, and increases the risk of cardiovascular and neurodegenerative disease. Oxidative stress is not something that only happens during illness. It occurs daily from normal metabolism, stress hormones, high blood sugar, environmental toxins, and processed foods. The body relies on nighttime glutathione production to reset the system. When this reset fails, the damage carries forward into the next day, compounding over years. This is why chronic disease rarely appears suddenly. It develops quietly, one incomplete repair cycle at a time. As we age, glutathione levels naturally decline, not because the body forgets how to make it, but because the raw materials become insufficient. Glycine production drops, dietary intake decreases, and demand increases due to higher oxidative load. The result is a widening gap between damage and repair. Restoring this balance is not about extreme interventions. It is about understanding that cellular protection depends on supplying what the body expects. When glutathione production is supported, inflammation cools, energy production stabilizes, and the body regains its natural ability to protect itself during the very hours it was designed to heal. Let me close with this. Your body is not broken. It is incredibly intelligent. But healing requires the right environment. Low insulin, deep sleep, reduced inflammation, and the right amino acids, especially glycine. If you want better sleep, better healing, slower aging, and a healthier heart, don't underestimate what happens at night. Because when your body finally gets what it needs, healing is not optional, it's automatic.